Today we will conduct a Socratic seminar.
Socrates? Socratic what? Is that a nerve ending in my body?
No, that is sciatic. Socratic is a method of discussion built around questioning.
What? Questioning method? Who needs a method? You ask the questions and we answer them, right? I mean, you're the teacher.
Yes, but today will be different.
Oh, yeah? How so?
Well, you will ask the questions today.
How do we ask questions if we don't have any answers?
Well, think for a moment. We get answers from reading.
What do you read to find the answers?
Whatever text or story I think will help me.
Do you not have someone who gives you the assignments to read?
I do, sometimes. Then other times I must find what I need myself.
Doesn't anyone help you?
Sometimes, yes. I have colleagues, friends, and mentors who guide me to the right resource.
Do your colleagues and friends know more than you?
Sometimes they do not know anything about the topic.
How can someone help if they do not know anything?
They ask the right questions.
How does someone else asking questions help you understand?
It gets me thinking about the topic in a different way than I did before.
What did you say we are doing today?
Socratic seminar.
Is that about asking questions?
Yes.
Are you going to give me something to read first?
Yes.
Did I just do what you expect me to do in Socratic seminar?
Yes.
Well then, get ready to Socratic Rumble.
Socratic Smackdown makes a game out of Socratic Seminar. The free download from the Institute of Play includes instructions, game cards, score sheets, and even a sample text. The setup is similar to the one demonstrated in the video from class. When I used Socratic Seminar in my class, I used 4 groups of 7 in my class of 28 students. The first time students use Socratic Seminar, they should be well versed in citing evidence and questioning and quoting from texts. Points are earned by not just agreeing or disagreeing with classmates, but by providing substantial, thoughtful support or evidence of dissent. Double points are earned for students who refer to previous conversations or points made 2 or 3 points back. Also, double points are earned for playing devil's advocate. Loss of points are also possible when students interrupt, they are disrespectful, or they are engaging in distractive behavior. When I did Socratic Smackdown in my classroom, I had 7 students in the middle. It was set up in a fishbowl configuration. One group of 7 acted as coaches, and there's a coach's card provided, and then the other 2 groups were the scorekeepers. 2 different scorecards are included in the packet. One has the red icons and symbols on the left-hand margin. I use this one until students get used to how points are accumulated or how points are deducted. The other one is blank. Either one of them you can add more players simply by doubling the sheets or extending it using 2 copies, one on the front and one on the back. The first time I used Socratic Smackdown in my classroom, I tried to pick a topic that I knew would engage students. Since we had just gone one-to-one with iPads in our school, I thought I would use the concept of, is technology good or bad in the classroom? By that time, we had mixed results. Some students loved it, some were still having trouble, some demonstrated lack of responsibility in how they used it. So I chose 4 different articles, different perspectives, different publications for students to read one night and then come prepared to class the next day to discuss them in the arguments. I think the thing that surprised me the most about this assignment was students were really prepared to come to class, I think because they knew they were going to be in the hot seat the next day in discussing these articles. The second thing that I found was, although in the beginning I just assigned each of them one article, many of them went over and above and read all the articles so that they would win the discussion because they were the most prepared. With that in mind, I also included a excerpt from one of these articles that shows some ideas that if they're really on their toes, these are the ones that they may go to provide additional information and arguments in their discussions. As I mentioned before, I gave the students the articles to read the night before so that they would be sure to be prepared for the discussion the following day. But after each session, whether it's 5 or 6 minutes, whatever you determine, stop and let students deconstruct. Ask them questions like what they found most difficult about this activity. How can they draw in students who are reluctant to talk? What did they feel like they did well? Who else did things well? And what can they learn from those experiences? What would they do differently the next time we conducted this activity? Another surprise was that my students who were shy in class and were very reluctant to participate in group conversations actually were the ones who were most aggressive in defending their points and proving the other person wrong. My middle school students sometimes will tell me that they don't want to present or speak in front of their class, but because of the 21st century skills that we expect our students to know, they are in our standards. So I plan to use this year and demonstrate to them that this is something that we are going to learn to do together. Socratic Smackdown is a perfect opportunity to do that. Included is the Institute of Play. There are other gaming ideas that you can include there, but have fun with Socratic Smackdown.